Okay, let's jump right into this mystery. Picture this. It's a Friday night. For 2 solid years, we have these two coworkers, Alex and Sam. Now, every single Friday, Sam is out on the town. Drinks, dinner, checking out a brand new bar every week. And every Friday night, Alex just stays home. Well, fast forward 5 years later, and those same friends who went out partying with Sam are suddenly messaging Alex. But they aren't asking to hang out. No, they're actually asking how Alex managed to build this incredible financial safety net while they are all still basically just treading water. So, welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to look closely at the invisible habits of wealth. We are going to decode exactly why Alex won this 5-year waiting game. So, the contrast in their daily choices was immediate. On Fridays, Alex quietly stayed home and transferred just $40 into an investment account. Sam, on the other hand, was living it up. And honestly, Alex's friends actually mocked this decision. They literally told Alex, "Come on, you're 26, not 60, live a little." But Alex never argued, just smiled, took the teasing, and invested that $40 anyway. The baseline assumption for literally everyone in their social circle was that Sam was totally winning at life and Alex was just missing out. But here is where the harsh truth hits. 5 years later, Sam, who actually earned more than Alex, had a better job title and a bigger salary, ended up with exactly $600. Yep, that was Sam's entire savings balance sitting right next to a massive unpaid car loan. They both started at the exact same starting line, but had wildly different finishes. And you want to know the scariest part? Sam didn't do anything obviously wrong. Sam just did what almost everyone does. To really understand this, we need to look at the hidden trap Sam fell into. It's this psychological phenomenon called loss aversion, but it's working backwards. See, we are hardwired as humans to absolutely panic if we lose a $100 bill out of our wallet today. But we feel absolutely nothing about losing $40,000 of future wealth that we never actually had to begin with. Every single year Sam delayed investing wasn't just missed growth, it was a permanent shrinkage of future potential. Those years you cannot buy back, they simply slip away quietly, completely invisible to you until it's just too late. The solution to that invisible loss lies in this famous behavioral study you might have heard of, Walter Mischel's Marshmallow Experiment with kids. You know the one. Eat one marshmallow now, or wait a bit and get two later. The kids who managed to wait actually had measurably better life outcomes decades later. But the key takeaway here isn't just about candy. It's that delayed gratification is not a personality trait you're simply born with. It's a muscle. Alex actively trained that muscle with $40 every single week. Sam just let that muscle completely atrophy. The author Morgan Housel puts it incredibly well. He says getting wealthy and staying wealthy are two completely different skills. And honestly, this explains our mystery perfectly. Sam was actually great at the first skill. Sam went to the office, got those promotions, and extracted money from a job. But Sam never bothered to learn the second, entirely different skill, which is how to actually keep it. So why couldn't Sam keep it? Well, it's because of a trap called status spending. It's when you buy things not for their utility, but because you desperately need other people to witness you having them. A lot of people think getting rich is about being some kind of math genius. It's not. It's about feelings. Sam's brand new car wasn't about getting from point A to point B. It was about walking into the office parking lot and feeling like a success. It's a dangerous, wildly expensive addiction, and it comes perfectly disguised as a deserved treat for working hard. But the brutal math of that so-called deserved treat is staggering. 20%. The very second Sam drove that status symbol off the dealership lot, it lost a fifth of its value. Now, Sam's self-image didn't instantly become 20% better, did it? No, of course not. It just became incredibly expensive to maintain. That right there is the true, heavy cost of status spending. Now, let's slow down for a second and look at month 11 for Alex. This was the absolute emotional low point. I want you to imagine doing the right thing for nearly a year, sacrificing your Friday nights and feeling like you have absolutely nothing to show for it. Alex was just sitting there staring at a banking app while friends were constantly posting these glamorous beach vacations on Instagram, just living their so-called best lives. And this was the exact number Alex was staring at, $1,780. After 10 long months of $40 transfers, the account had barely moved. It looked completely pathetic next to everyone else's highlight reels. Alex's thumb was literally hovering over the withdraw button. But the real turning point of this entire journey? It's the quiet decision Alex made next, to just not press it. Because look at what happens next. The flat line finally breaks into real growth around month 18, and then it snowballs into true wealth by year 5. This is the harsh, confusing reality of compound growth. For the longest time, it looks like absolutely nothing is happening. It's just a flat line. And almost everyone gives up right at month 11, right before the curve starts aggressively climbing, while you sleep, while you work, and even while you forget about it completely. Which brings us to a massive plot twist. Between our two coworkers, who do you think actually spent more money over those 5 years? Think about it for a second. The answer is Sam, by a mile. Sam spent way more money, yet somehow ended up owning less, and ultimately found himself trapped with far fewer options. Meanwhile, Alex spent less, endured feeling boring for a couple of years, but ended up with absolute freedom. The money didn't just magically vanish when Alex saved it. It just changed direction. Instead of buying depreciating metal and glass, Alex's money bought choices. Which perfectly leads us to redefine our core topic today. Wealth is about the decisions you no longer make out of fear. Being rich was never actually about hitting some specific dollar amount in a bank account. It is the absolute freedom to walk away from a toxic boss, or the ability to help a sick family member without spiraling into a total panic attack. Wealth buys you the ability to actually sleep at night. And to really reinforce this truth, just look at one of the wealthiest people alive, Warren Buffett. The guy has lived in the exact same modest, unassuming house in Omaha for decades. The takeaway here isn't that you must live cheaply forever. Not at all. The takeaway is that the people who build the most lasting wealth are the ones who simply stop needing their money to prove anything to anyone else. Once you remove the heavy pressure of status spending, your financial decisions become incredibly easy. So how do we actually apply this in our own lives right now? Well, here are the 3 immediate, hidden habits you need to build. Step 1, track every single dollar for 7 days straight. Subscriptions, coffee, food delivery, all of it. Step 2, find the leak. Step 3, redirect it. You simply cannot fix a financial leak in your life if you refuse to look directly at it. When Alex did this exact exercise back in month 1, this is what came up. $340 a month was leaking out into random things that basically vanished the second they were used. By finding that leak and aggressively redirecting it, that $340 became the literal seed money for Alex's future wealth. But listen, you can't just fix the math. You have to audit your environment. Alex's roommate talked about investing nonstop. It was contagious. Sam's friends, though, they treated saving as a later problem for when they were older. Human nature pretty much guarantees that you will blindly drift toward the financial habits of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you don't choose your environment on purpose, your environment is definitely going to choose your future by default. And that brings us to the stark reality of your future. 5 years from this exact moment, you are going to be associated with one of these 2 text messages. You will either be the one receiving the grateful text, so thankful you started on some random ordinary Tuesday. Or you'll be the one sending the regretful text, watching everyone else pull ahead while still repeating the ultimate lie, I'll start when things settle down. Let me completely dismantle that final excuse for you right now. Nothing ever settles down. Life doesn't just pause to let you catch up. Alex did not wait for the perfect moment or the perfect salary or for things to magically settle down. Alex just started. And that action was the entire difference between financial freedom and a $600 bank balance. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final provocative question. If you had an extra $1,000 in your hands today, right now, would you spend it to prove something to someone else, or would you invest it to buy your future freedom? The choice isn't made 5 years from now. It's actually made in the next 10 seconds. Think about your real answer. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.